Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be checking out the top 5 best 27-inch monitors that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. And also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the ASUS ROG Swift 27 inches 4K QD-OLED gaming monitor. The best 27-inch monitor we've tested is the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM. It's designed for gaming and has fantastic picture quality, in addition to great versatility. Because it's an OLED, it has no haloing around bright objects, and it displays deep blacks in a dark room. It also has fantastic motion handling, so fast-moving objects look very crisp. Small highlights also get bright enough to pop, though larger highlights are more muted. It also has features to enhance productivity. It delivers up to 90 W of power over USB-C and has a KVM switch, which lets you switch between sources and use the same keyboard and mouse with both. As an OLED, there's a risk of burn-in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time, such as if you always use it for work. Additionally, in bright rooms, deep blacks look purple. However, if you're okay with these potential issues, the ASUS can deliver outstanding image quality for gaming and editing. Moving on, at number 4, we have the ASUS ROG Strix 26.5 inches 1440 PQD OLED gaming monitor. If you're looking for the same image quality at a lower price point, take a look at the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27 ACDNG. It's a QD-OLED like the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM, so it also displays deep blacks in a dark room, has vivid colors, and makes small highlights pop. However, it's a lower resolution 1440p display, so text and images look less sharp and you may notice fringing a bit more. That said, when it comes to fast-paced gaming, it actually has an advantage over the PG27 UCDM. It has a higher 360 Hz refresh rate, so it feels smoother and more responsive. And it has the same near-instantaneous response time, so fast-moving objects look extremely crisp. It also retains the versatility of the PG27 UCDM, as it delivers 90 W of power over USB-C and has a KVM switch. However, because it's an OLED, it also has a risk of burn-in, with continual exposure to static elements on the same part of the screen. At number 3, we have the ASUS ProArt Display 27 inches 4K HDR professional monitor. If you don't want an OLED like the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27 ACDNG, consider the ASUS ProArt Display PA279 CRV. It has a 4K display, so it displays sharper text and more detailed images than the 1440px G27 ACDNG. It also has a few differences when it comes to features. It isn't designed with gaming in mind, so it doesn't have a high refresh rate like the XG27 ACDNG and has worse motion handling. Because it's not an OLED and doesn't have a mini LED dimming system, it doesn't offer the same deep blacks and bright highlights in HDR. However, that's the trade-off for getting something cheaper. The PA279 CRV is a better choice for productivity though, especially if you need something for content creation. Because it has an IPS panel, there's no risk of burn-in, even if you have static elements on the screen for a long period of time. It also has various picture modes meant for different color spaces that you may work with, from sRGB to Rec 2020. Additionally, it's very accurate in its sRGB mode, so you won't need to calibrate it unless you need perfectly accurate colors. At number 2, we have the AOC Q27G3 XMN 27 inches 2K QHD gaming monitor. If you're on a tighter budget, then check out the AOC Q27G40 XMN. It's a step down from the ASUS ProArt display PA279CRV in terms of features because it doesn't have any USB ports, so you can't connect devices directly to the monitor, and it also has a lower 1440p resolution, so images aren't as sharp and detailed. However, that's what you have to expect from a budget monitor, and it has some gaming features, like a 180Hz max refresh rate, so it's a good choice if you're a casual gamer. What makes it better than most other 27-inch budget monitors is that it has mini LED backlighting that works quite well. This helps it display deep blacks, and it also gets very bright. This means highlights pop, and it easily fights glare, which is useful if you want a monitor for work or watching your favorite content. However, it has some smearing with fast-moving content like in fast-paced games. And finally, at number 1, we have the MSIG 274 QP-FQD 27 inches gaming monitor. If you're looking for an even cheaper monitor than the AOC Q27G40XMN, consider the MSIG 274 QP-FQD. It displays a wider range of colors than the AOC, has backlight strobing to reduce persistence blur, and you can even connect it to your computer via USB-C. However, it also has a number of disadvantages. It has worse VRR motion handling, so fast-moving objects look less crisp. It also has disappointing contrast and no local dimming feature, so deep blacks look gray in a dark room, and you can also easily see backlight bleed in a dark room. And unlike the AOC, highlights don't get bright enough to pop. That said, it's still a very capable monitor, so long as you don't expect too much of its HDR capabilities. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.